it works as Hokkien Mee substitute. So, yep, I don't know if you can hear it. That works. That's it. Quick and easy Hokkien Mee. So, hello, selamat datang and welcome to today's video where I talk about making KL Hokkien Mee, some vegetarian versions. So that's already two controversial items there because I'm doing it using German Spaetzle noodles and as well vegetarian. So let's just jump straight to it and get into today's video. So just going to introduce our ingredient. This is Irish Spaetzle or egg Spaetzle. As you can see, it's made out of wheat and eggs, so this should be interesting. When they cut it though, it's not super smooth, so I would not call it a replacement for like lo shifan or something, even though it looks. As you can see, it's a bit jagged, so yeah, it's not really smooth. I'll be curious to see how this will work. I know it can be used in stir fries, so that's one, but I'm not quite doing a stir fry anyway. So, but yeah, let's just get straight into jumping this. First, I'm going to heat up my pan, and then I'm going to fry my mushrooms and cabbage, and then we'll put in the noodles. And yeah, let's get into it. So I've got my mushrooms browning. Now I'm going to put a replacement of the star. You need lard. Normally for Hokkien Mee, I'm using Butterschmalz or the German version of what you will call ghee. This is basically cream butter, as they call it. So yeah, this is vegan and well, okay, if you don't think too much, it's vegetarian, but yeah, it's not vegan for sure. So don't crucify me. Like, it's from cow's milk, yeah, obviously. Same source as butter. So I'm just putting Butterschmalz, as you can see, for the high heat cooking stuff. And assuming this one comes out, and then I'm going to start adding the noodles in already. So let it brown or start browning. So I'm just going to give it, thinking how much I should put. Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to go with. I'm just going to let it brown a bit and soak in the fat from the ghee. Putting a bit more because, you know, this dish tends to need a fair bit of ghee. So that's the ghee I'm going with. I'm trying not to break too much the noodles because I will be adding water anyway, so not too fussed about that. Yeah, I should probably have put in a bit more oil or let it melt first with the ghee. But it's okay, you can help thicken up the sauce, that is fine. I'm just going to put a bit more ghee because for this dish, you know, we need a fair bit amount. Let's go with that. So yeah, going with that. Wondering if I should use just a bit more noodles as well. Yes, I'll just put a bit more, just a bit. Okay, and then I'm just going to start adding the cabbage stems, and then I'm going to add water already because I need a bit of a broth, and I don't want the noodles to brown or stick to the pan too much. So I'm just going to add water already, and then I'm going to flavor it. I'm going to use, let me see, I'm going to use mushroom powder. Just give me a second while I sort of get this all out. And yeah, you can smell the ghee. Smells like lard actually, interestingly enough. But yeah, that's the substitutions that I'm going to make, or I've made already for this dish. Just going to add a bit more. Okay. And then I still have a slightly medium-high fire on. Yeah, this is okay. Just a bit, maybe. Yeah. Skip all of these parts anyway. It's okay. All right. So now I need to flavor it. Mushroom powder. I would also like to do some seaweed powder just to give it some umami to replace the lack of meat. Although I think with mushroom powder it should be okay. I'll add some seaweed powder that we're going to use as well. You may be wondering what I'm going to use for was this pork lard, the crispy pork lard, that is, which is the core of every Hokkien Mee dish. Oh, that's a little secret I'll share with you at the end. But honestly, it's not really a secret. You can probably make an educated guess based on my previous recipes anyway. But it's okay. If you don't know, I'll show it to you at the end. So yeah, I'm just going to, yeah, so the noodles are slowly melting in, and that's fine. I need to add a bit more water because, as you can see, it's starting to thicken. So let's add a bit more water. Oh my, the side dish is ready as well. So we're just going to put some, and then I can already start adding the what do you call it, the sauce to this, because you can see it's already starting to thicken. So I'm just going to make sure that the amount of water is enough before I start adding the sauce. But yeah, okay, so I'm going to start. And yeah, I don't need any more of this, so that's fine. I'm just going to use directly the caramel. I was thinking if I should use the black pepper one, but now I'll just use this one. So we'll just go with, yeah, some people like it darker. I don't know. I may be a bit more on the conservative side. I always end up with a lighter type. Oh. So I just wanted to show you, despite putting in a couple of times already, the dark caramel sauce, you can see the color is still not super dark as you will get in these stores. So I just wanted to show you how much they normally use. Yeah, and of course I'm not aiming to use that same amount, but you know, considering that the sauce is basically sugar, yeah, it always makes you think about the diabetes rates, especially in Southeast Asia. So yeah, so I'm trying not to make it so black. So let me just do a quick taste test. I put in Maggi sauce, as you saw. I put some salt and pepper as well. Yep, yeah, flavors there. It's good. I'm gonna just put a bit more. Otherwise, yeah. And I don't really taste a hint of bitterness, but just watch if it gets too bitter. Just counteract it. That's okay. And that's about it. Yeah. So yeah, I think my wife's gonna complain it's a bit salty, so I'm just going to add a tad more water. But yeah, I think this is okay. And that's it. Oh yes, before I forget, I forgot the leftover vegetables. And that's about it. Very simple Hokkien Mee dish with these noodles. And I'll show you the little secret in a short while when I plate one or two. Just give me a second while I do that. Yes, but you can see it absorbs the liquid really well. In fact, a bit too well, if you don't mind saying. So I'll just have to add a bit more water again. But yeah, final taste test, I hope. Yep, it's okay. Okay, and that's it for Hokkien Mee. So I'm just going to plate this and then show you the little secret that I have. That I'm using for the jiao the pork lard trimmings. So I'm just going to do this. I'm just letting the sauce reduce a bit more, and then let's plate. So coming back to it. So let me show you now our jiao substitute. We're going to use butter absinthe because I think it will fulfill the need for the crunch, also for the flavor. And we'll do a quick test with this. I already actually just did a quick test for the noodles, and yeah, it works as Hokkien Mee substitute. So, yep, I don't know if you can hear it. That works. That's it. Quick and easy Hokkien Mee. So thank you very much for watching this video. As always, like, subscribe, comment, and share. And I'll see you in the next one. So keep on going to the next video.